What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Daily Devo. I'm with my friend Emily Niedbalski.
Yeah, perfect.
Crushed it. Emily, tell us about yourself. What did you do last year? Where you come from? Where did you go to high school? All the big things.
So I went to Fort Dumont South Middle School and high school. So
Right.
I've been around the area. I've
Go
gone
Dogs.
to Fuse. Right. Gone to Fuse all my life. And then I went to school at Olivet Nazarene University for a year, and then I'm back here at Lindenwood University.
Okay. What are you studying at Lindenwood?
I'm studying art history to hopefully become an art teacher one day.
Okay. Art teacher. Very nice. So when I think of art, normally you think of like drawing, right?
Mhm.
But art can be drawing, painting, it can be like computer design stuff. So what do you feel like you really enjoy about art? Like what medium do you tend to enjoy?
I usually do painting the most just because it's like,
Yeah.
you can really do whatever you want. It doesn't have to look that great.
Yeah.
But
You ever heard of art therapy?
yes.
Art
yeah.
therapy is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I judged it hard originally, but then I tried it
Yeah.
and it was pretty awesome.
I took an art therapy class and it was really cool.
It
Just
came really
learning.
cool.
Yeah.
Therapy's good, everybody. I think everyone should go through therapy at some point.
Yeah.
You know, it's like going to the doctor for a checkup. It's better to go before you really need it.
Mhm.
You know? Anyways, that's not the topic. So, you were an intern last year.
Mhm.
What about interning last year made you want to come back to intern this year?
I just loved everyone that I met. And I felt like we didn't get enough time together, like just over the summer. So I was like, hey, let's try it again. New summer, like what can we do more?
New year, new you.
Right.
Awesome. Very, very cool.
Mhm.
Is there a moment that sticks out to you from last summer at all? Something that was like, that was a highlight, that was a cool time or thing?
Definitely summer camp. Like summer camp was my favorite overall moment, and even within summer camp, they had the jet skis with the tubes.
Yes.
That was my favorite thing. I fell off so many times, and the guy was driving, and he was trying to get me to fall off
They
more.
were good.
But
I didn't expect it to be good. Like I
Yeah.
thought with the jet ski it would be slow or kind of
Yeah.
lame. It was awesome.
yeah, it was so much fun.
Summer camp is coming, y'all.
Mhm.
I'm pumped about
We're
it.
going to the same place.
Same camp, Eagle Sky. This is our first time there.
Yeah, and
That's
now we
awesome.
kind of know what to expect. So
Now we know what to expect. Now we know what the layout is.
Yeah,
It'll be awesome.
totally.
So, it'll be good. So, moving on with that, we are talking a little bit just about like the mission behind Fuse.
Mhm.
So there's this idea of united together, bonded to Christ, living on mission. Does that like stir any thoughts or any verses come to mind, anything like that for you when we talk about that?
yeah, so growing up in Fuse, that's something I've heard before. Like that's something that we've grown up with. But reflecting over the last like 3 or 4 months, the united together and living on mission has kind of been like to a certain point, like you really can't even do that. Like you can be united together over a cell phone and through other social media, but
Yeah.
you can't really be together. And living on mission, like again, over social media, you can really only connect so much. So the only part that we're really left with, and the part that I've kind of been trying to dive a little deeper in, is the bonded in Christ. Like, who is Christ as a person?
Yeah.
Which is like, you think a weird question, but so I kind of looked into that, just, trying to get to know him like on a more relational level, which is what Jesus Christ wants us to do.
Absolutely.
So I looked into Hebrews, which is a good place to kind of start. And so I'll read a couple verses that I have pulled up. This is Hebrews 2:16 through 18. We also know that the Son did not come to help angels. He came to help the descendants of Adam. Therefore, it was necessary for him to be made in every respect like us, his brothers and sisters, so that he could be our merciful and faithful high priest before God, that he could offer a sacrifice that would take away the sins of the people. And this one in particular, for the last couple of months, stood out to me. And since he himself has gone through suffering and testing, he is able to help us when we are being tested. So that's something that I've really because we're not united together in any physical capacity, so it's hard for us to go through the troubles with each other. Like when you go to school and your friend's like, hey, I'm having a hard time with this, you can be there with them. But when we're at this point where we can't be with anyone, there's like a little of a divide there. So helping to remember that God he's not worried about that divide.
Yeah, and even the concept of something you were talking about, like the personhood of Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
is something we tend not to value.
Yeah.
And something we tend to focus on, like, Jesus being God, which he was, and which is really important.
Yeah.
But the idea at the end of that, like, he knows what we're suffering with. He's experienced things as a person, as flesh and bone.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to think about, like, what did Jesus look like?
Right.
You know? Probably lived in, like, the Middle East, so probably didn't have blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
You know? So it'd be interesting to see, like, like, the face of Jesus. And, like, Jesus was hungry. Jesus went through things. Jesus had hard times. So, interesting.
Jesus particularly was ever, like, kicked out of school on the last minute and sent to online classes, but...
I would highly doubt that. But the scriptures don't say, so we'll never know.
We'll never really know.
Maybe Jesus had online classes.
Right.
Jesus didn't have online classes, just so we're clear at all.
Yeah, that...
Be sweet. I bet Jesus would handle online stuff better than I did.
Yeah.
So you were at Linwood this year?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all switched to online pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled hard when we switched to online. Did you as well, or was it okay?
So most of my classes were already all online, so I already kind of had that. So it wasn't too much of a struggle for me, but...
Okay, good for you. I don't learn well online.
I
think that's something that shows, like, the value of the church even, is, like, we are having church online, and we still desire more. We desire to gather. And it shows that it's so much more than just, like, the singing and the message.
Totally.
Like, it's the unity together. It's the united together. It's this bond to Christ. It's not just this event we show up to, right? And it's something we gather physically together as Jesus would have gathered physically together all the time. Yeah, good thoughts. Any other thoughts as we close up?
No. I'm excited for this summer. Excited to go back to summer camp.
Summer 2020.
Woo!
Prom. Summer camp.
Lots in between.
Midweeks. Lots of stuff in between. All kinds of stuff. It's going to be a good summer. All right, y'all. We will see you later.